Hello and welcome back to IRS, everyone. We are live this Sunday evening for Tier 2 Round 3 sprint race in Spain. Hope you're all having a good evening, good weekend. Time to get some racing under the belt. First up, we got a 12-minute sprint qualifying session, which is pouring down with rain. So, unfortunately, for the Tier 2 drivers, they haven't got the same luck as Tier 1, who had a dry session. 12 minutes. Actually one person has made it out to the track, which is Grego. No one looking to rush out there by the looks of it. Let's see who can take the first sprint qualifying pole position of the season as Grego comes out drifting there through that right-hander in turn 3. That was good to watch. Mr. Starlight, good luck everyone. Hope the race is dry. Yeah, so do I, to be honest. It'll be more fun in the dry, but it'll be good to see what sort of people can get up the top in this qualifying session in the wet. A bit more action on the track now as 4 or 5 more drivers join Grego. It's a quick little session here, so got to be on the ball straight away. Grego is going to be the first driver to start a lap then, as he comes around the penultimate corner. Sliding about all over the place, struggling to get the traction down as you fly down the main straight into the hard brake in turn 1. Down into gear 3, hug the curb tight into the left, and then the long right hander where Grego seems to be drifting those rear tyres out quite a bit. At 25.4 going into sector 1. Got his teammate just ahead of him around the next corner. Maybe a bit of slipstream as Grego is struggling to get the car out the exits at the moment. Seems to be a fine going into the braking, but it's coming out onto the exits with too much throttle. No slipstream from his teammate. He pulls out of the way there. 1 minute 9 for Grego at the moment, as he's coming around the penultimate corner. As another drift into the final corner we go, and this will be the first flying lap of the day, and it's going to be a 1:27.2. Who is next across the line? It will be Elmo starting a flying lap along with Finn Kitts, Aston Martin of Skinner as well, starting a flying lap. We got the house of Bubbly, who is on a flying lap but not IRS turned on, so that's just a warm-up lap possibly. Flippy with a 27.5 debut race here today as a reserve. Remy jumps in at P4 by 29.2. Nick Broom in the Ferrari at 28.5. DMB Super Skills up next in the Alpine. Crosses the line and does a 28.8, goes P5. And we got Brannan and his teammate Parseval will be the next drivers to cross the line. Along with, who's that? Brannan does a 26.5. Parseval will cross the line and do a 27.7. Got Matthew's monster. Euros into the pits. Elmo of the Void. Looks to be the fastest. No, it doesn't. 27.3. A bit off the pace from Brannan, who set a very good opening lap there. Bubbly's going for it again. Nearly a second up on his time. Jumps in at P4. A very good showing last week at Silverstone from Bubbly. IRS LB44 is about to cross the line with 32.1. So I think everyone's just out there getting used to the track at the moment. I think we'll see some faster laps in about 2-3 minutes. We have got an 11 lap sprint after this qualifying. On board with Skinner coming through sector 2, having a bit of a moment there on the curb. Corrects himself there, 59.9 into sector 2. Bit of traffic ahead of him, shouldn't affect his lap. Everyone's sliding about massively here. I know it's wet, but there's a lot more than what we're used to seeing. As Skinner does a 25.5, goes a second quicker than Brannan. Parseval's a second up into sector 1 alone. Finn Kitts starting his first flying lap. The IRS LB44 improves by 2.6 seconds, P13. Nick Broom, half a second up at the moment. Crosses the line, goes up to P4 with 27.1. DLP super skills, no improvement there. Good luck everyone from Michelle Mocky Mocha. Where's Parseval? How much of an improvement has he made? 26.2, but barely any ERS was used on that app. So thinking he can get a lot quicker. Grego jumps up to 26.1. Elmo's coming around the final corner. Does 25.9, jumps up to P2. So we're seeing a lot of improvements here. Finn Kitts with a 27.6 in P9, just getting out of the way of Remy, who's 7 tenths up, sliding out the penultimate corner. ERS turned on to the max. No improvement for him, unfortunately. IRS LB44 goes again. Finn Kitts going for another lap as well. DMV super skills. Currently P10. Jumps up to P8 ahead of his teammate. Sepoy invalidates a 26.690, which would have put in P7. Parseval, another improvement there up to P3, 26.0. Teammate coming into turn 1 on another flying lap. Euros Cuturillo starting his first flying lap by the looks of it. Finn Kitts currently P10, 5 place good penalty yesterday. Collision with Parseval. What's happened there then? Bit of tension going on between the Williams and the Mercedes there. Not sure what's happened. But there has been a 5-place grid penalty for Sepoy. Flippy jumped up to P2 with a 25.5. $16 tenths, 16 thousandths of a second, I should say, away from Skinner. Just looking for improvements. Brannan crosses the line, jumps up to P5, right behind his teammate. Parseval's qualifying is over, P4 at best. Just under a minute to go. Kentrum's out on track finally. On the Inters, going for something different at the end. Euro Scooterillo, P14 at 130.3. Sepoy not too far behind, along with Elmo headed down towards turn 1. Bubbly looks like there's going to be no improvements for him at the moment. Got one more chance though. Just beating a checkered flag. Flippy not too far behind as well, going for another lap. 15 seconds to go. IRS LB44 into the pits as well. Finn Kits just about crosses the line in time to start his last flying lap. Brannan has invalidated, no improvements there. P5 at best for him. Let's have a look. Where are the improvements, if there are any? Euro Scooterillo was a second up. Has made a mistake though. Gets out the way of Elmo, who's currently P3. But 5 seconds down. I think Sepoy's had a moment as well. He's on the grass. Euro Scooterillo getting out of the way. There's an Aston Martin of Skinner, who's going to be held up by Euro Scooterillo, and that would be no improvements for him either. So this is a bit of a messy ending to qualifying here. Materials Monster jumps up 8 tenths to 28.1. Sepoy's into the pits. How's Kentron getting on the Inters? Flippy does a 25.2 and missed him. Takes away pole position from Skinner. As Kentron comes around the final corner, it's going to be P14 in the RB. Finn Kits jumps up to P5 in the McLaren, and that is the end of sprint qualifying, with Flippy taking his debut pole position in the sprint. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a dry qualifying and race. Why is Sepoy in the way? Is Outlaw racing? No, he's not. I'm not sure where he is. He didn't sign attendance either. I did message him privately to see if he was racing. He has actually messaged me. Oh, let me get the classification first before. Nah, sorry, not today. I finish at 21, so he finishes at 9 o'clock. Outlaw, so he won't be racing. Which is in an hour and 12 minutes. But there's your classification. Bubbly again in the top 3. Good qualifying session for him. But yeah, Parseval and Sepoy coming together. Ooh, dry race. So presuming qualifying is going to be dry along with the main race. Guessing Miss Starlight is an Outlaw fan. formation lap. Top 11 on the mediums. Remy, Mateus Monster, Kentrum, and Euros, Futurillo on the softs. The softs will die out about lap 8, lap 9. That's what happened for me in the tier 1 race. Had a great start on the softs. Gradually start to lose pace compared to the mediums. So I think the top 11 should be alright. Get my Remy, Mateus Monster, Kentrum, and Euro, Futurillo are starting with soft start. I'm going to make some early positions on my opening lap. Obviously 8 points is the highest points you can get in this sprint race. That's how we do it as well within the server. Maybe next points for the sprint. Right, here we go then. Lining up onto the grid spots as Brennan gets disqualified. I think we need a new commentator for Sundays as well. So if anyone's watching and wants to be a commentator, let me know. As we get the red lights on. There's 5 red lights here in Spain for the sprint race. And away we go. Who's got the best start? Looks like Skinner's got a great start there, pulled alongside Flippy already and into the lead. Elmo's alongside Bubbly into turn 1, who goes defensive. Elmo's going to try to sneak it up the inside, then onto the outside. Has a bit of a collision with the McLaren of Finn Kits there, but Skinner with a great start. To Mercedes. All this contact in the background, no there's not, I think there's a bit of Wi-Fi glitching. But yeah, the 2 Mercedes with a good start as well there. The 2 Ferraris nearly come together. IRS OB44 and Nick there. Brannan had a look at his teammate Parseva. 2 Ferraris still side by side. There's a bit of glitching going on. Sapoy is up to P10 as he's alongside the Ferrari of IRS OB44, and there is contact between both of them. Finn Kits has lost a couple of positions down to P9 now. Bit of contact between Elmo and Bubbly, just running into the back of the Haas driver there. Skinner's trying to put away from Flippy. Skinner trying to get redemption for Silverstone last week. But the guys on the softs haven't made a good start to this race as Euros Cuturillo drives into the pits. And I think that's his sprint race over. He's going to have to wait for the main qualifying. But 1.4, the gap out front as Bubbly comes to have a look at Flippy. Up the inside, a bit of contact, more contact between Elmo as well. Grego takes advantage of that, slipping up the inside into P4. Two Mercedes patiently waiting, trying to get themselves into the top 5. Parseva right behind Elmo. Maybe he has a little look here, not quite. Grego's up the inside of Bubbly. Not enough room for him. DRS is enabled now as well, so Bubbly will be having a look at Flippy. But he's also got to defend from Grego. Here comes Bubbly with the DRS. Up the inside into turn 1. Into P2 he goes. Side by side action there as well between Nick and Finn. Nick up the inside now, DMB super skills, trying to force him off track a little bit. Gives him just about enough room. Locks up into the right hander, DMB is still there. Sepoy trying to make it around the outside as well, 3 wide. And there's contact of 3 into 1 was never going to work there. Couldn't really see who was at fault for that, but I think all 3 drivers were moving around a little bit there in the braking zone, as Grego is still trying to have a look at Flippy here. Skinner's just broke away. 2.2 seconds, the gap out front. Bubbly's going to be under pressure down the straight from Flippy, who gets the job done. Elmo looking for a double move there on Grego and Bubbly. Gets the job done. Elmo out to P3. Grego down to P5. Passabout also had a little look. Stays in P6 though. Finn Kits trying to catch up. Brannan still sitting in P7. Passabout going for a move up the inside of Grego here. And then Grego moves in the braking zone. And it's getting a bit chaotic. People moving in the braking zone a lot today. 2 Mercedes are getting shoved out here by a bit of messy driving from Grego and Bubbly. They're still side by side. Grego going for a switchback. Not going to work. Elmo's going to jump up to P2 now. Should be able to make the move on Flippy down the straight and try to chase after Skinner, who's now 2.7 seconds away. Someone was off in the background, and I think that was Bubbly who caused that dirt. 2 McLaren versus 2 Mercedes. Brandon going for a double move on the McLarens there. Gets one of them. Here comes Passabout up the inside of Grego. Now back up into P6. If he can hold on to it in the inside, which he does. Got Kentrum having a move on Nick Broom, who's trying to fight back. Hanging on to the inside in the Ferrari. Euro's Cuturillo with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Everyone's absolutely sending it. I think because it's a sprint race, they just want to absolutely send it for moves. Not sure why they need to keep it clean. It's been a bit messy. Elmo of the Void with the new fastest lap, and looks to have quite a bit of pace here, as here come the 2 Mercedes. Pass about the inside of Brannan. Side by side. Finn Kiss takes that position back from Brannan. Has a big moment though, and there's a bit of contact. Here comes Sepoy on Grego. Takes a bit of curb. Might cost him. Nah, just about. Saves it. Oh, Grego's run wide. Bubbly's back up the inside. Now Grego's down to P9. So the 2 guys who were fighting for podiums are now 8th and 9th. Elmo's trying to push on after Skinner. He's got Flippy hanging on to the back of him too. Passabout trying to break the DRS here from Finn Kits and the little DRS train behind him. He's nearly done it. Oh, I think he just did it. Did he do it? No, he didn't. That was very close to doing it. Helps Finn Kits defend from Brennan. Grego's into the pits. Here comes Nick Broom on Kentrum. Up the inside into turn 1. Kentrum locks his brakes. Rennie not too far behind as well. We go now on to the softs. Skinner's flying away with this. Oh, pass well, might break the DRS this time round. He's had a very good last sector. And he does indeed break the DRS from Finn. He's now going to be under pressure from Brennan. Coming down this straight. Lap 8 of 11 in this sprint race. We're watching Brennan in the Mercedes get past Finn down into turn 1. Elmo closing the gap ever so slightly on Skinner. .8 now the gap. Finn Kits sticking close to Brennan. Trying to stay within DRS. I think this is where the softs start to lose a bit of tyre wear and the mediums start to become better. Finn Kits having a little moment with Sepoy there. And might help Brennan break the DRS. Just about inside the 1 second margin for DRS is Sepoy. It's going to help him defend from Finn Kits, who's under pressure from Bubbly down in P8. DMB super skills. Macaro's monster would be in the points if it was a main race. .2 now the gap out front. And Elmo is bringing Flippy with him. Can he somehow get within DRS in the next lap? Needs to find a little bit more. Oh, Finn, a big moment there. Just about stays in DRS of Sepoy, who's trying to make a move on Brandon. Gonna be a bit too far back for that though. Can I get an invite? Done. Kempsey Kate joins. Still 1.2 seconds. The gap out front. 1.3 now. Elmo's not going to be close enough to try to win this sprint unless Skinner has a mistake on the last lap somewhere. Let's have a look at the position changes. Sepoy is up 10 positions. From 16th to 6th. Could be 5th position after this long straight. On to the last lap of the race. And then we'll be getting underway with a 18-minute qualifying session. There's quality again. There goes Sepoy. Oh, Flippy made a mistake. He's had a spin somewhere. 1.1. The gap between Elbow and Skinner, it's not going to be enough though. Skinner should hold on to this now. Unless he somehow makes a mistake in his last couple of corners. But Skinner will be taking victory. Always tweaking with them rears. Nah, he's got nothing in the bag. Here we go, Skinner's around the final corner to win the first sprint race of the season in Spain, followed by Elmo. Flippy's going to hold on to it. Just ahead of Parseval for P3. Sepoy beats Brannan for P5. Finn Kitts ahead of Bubbly for the final points of this sprint. Mateus Monster finishes just ahead of DMB Super Skills. Nick Broom in P11. Gregor did just have a moment somewhere as well. Remy's going to come home in P13. Kentrum jumps ahead of Nick there due to penalties. IRS will be 44, 15th. 14th, sorry, and then Gregor 15th, along with Euros Peterillo in 16th. And now we'll be off to the qualifying session. So congratulations to Skinner. Sprint race 1 of 3 this season, and he is victorious for the first one. Sepoy gets driver of the day for the sprint. That's definitely the best shout, jumping up from 16th to 5th. There's your confirmation. 8 points down to 1 for the top 8. Let me just get this as well. Not the best place race there. They let Skinner build too much of a gap on Gregor. Not the best from top lads. Yeah, that was a bit of a messy start to that race. But this is where it all counts now, the big points. Let's see if anyone can make any differences in this 18-minute qualifying session compared to the 12-minute sprint quali we had about 20 minutes ago. It's different weather. The sprint quali was soaked on full wets, and now we've got a dry quali session for the main race, so we should see some better pace from a few people, I think. I've invited Kims and Cake and Rando. Probably just said that wrong. Randino, sorry, I should say. Oh, Kims and Cake's in. Didn't realise that. Hopefully, Randino will be able to get in as well. There he is. It put me in Aston. I couldn't choose. Oh, that's fine. Whatever's whatever. I'll change it on the graphics. Might do the same for Randino if he can choose a car. IRS 44. First driver out on track. Oh, runs off the track. Hoping Randino can jump in. Let's check Discord. Yep, he's in the house. So now we have 18 drivers for the main race instead of 16. We'll stay on board with IRS LB44 for his first flying lap, if he's going for one. He's got his hot lap turned on this time, so no messing about with any warm-up laps. I get straight onto it. I wonder if there's any teamwork this session with slipstreams to try and get higher up the grid, as one of the Aston Martins gets out of the way, which is Skinner, the race winner from the sprint. IRS LB44 not had the best starts to the season. There's a long way to go in the season. Got a lot of opportunities, like right now, to get himself into the top 10 in this qualifying. Already drained all of his ERS as one of the Alpines gets out of the way, which is Flippy. Let's see what sort of time IRS LB44 can do on the softs. It will be a 1:13.8, and that will be the first flying lap of the day. Who have we got next? Is it Elmo? Elmo's coming around the final corner. He's had 8 pole positions in his IRS career, and for now it's a 1:12.3, which could be 9 in about 14 minutes time. We shall find out. There's a Red Bull who's spun around, not a Red Bull, it's an RB, sorry, and that is Remy off the track, as DMB Super Skills crosses the line with a 13.4. Grego jumps up to a 12.3 right behind Elmo. Nick Broom just about to start a flying lap along with Bubbly. We've got Finn Kits, who's invalidated. So let's jump on board with Brannon, who's on the mediums. Skinner does a 12.2. Takes away that pole position from Elmo. Brannon does a 13.1 on the mediums. Flippy with a 15.6 on the intermediates. Parseval is going to be the one next across the line. Does a 12.444. So top 4, just over 2 tenths between them. Oh, Remy runs wide. Not good for him. DMB Super Skills for 13.4. Kems and Cake starts his first flying lap. Remy goes again. Here comes Bubbly across the line. 13.0. P5 splits to Mercedes. Finn Kits into the pits. Nearly hits the wall there. That was very close. IRS LB44, any improvements for him? Yes. A 13.7. Nick's jumped up to P7 there. A 13.2. Which is a pretty decent lap. So Nick's looking pretty quick here in the Ferrari today. Let's jump on board. Or Elmo snatched away pole position. Again, a 12.0 in the Williams. Kems and Cake. And the Aston Martin, which should be a kick Sauber. The game put him in the wrong car, so nothing we can do about that. He's going to cross the line and put himself straight into the mix with a 12.8 and into P5. And I think everyone is now on slow laps. Remy does a 14.4. Nick's on a slow lap, getting ready for another one. Just behind Bubbly. So that might be a pretty bad start to the lap here for Nick. He's going to get some dirty air right behind the house. He's getting a massive slipstream though, the whole way through, but it's going to cost himself big time. He's a 10th up on his time. Just needed to brake a little bit earlier into that right hander. Try to carry the speed a bit more. Needs to turn in a bit earlier as well there. Through that little chicane. Try to ride the curb a little bit. Loses a little bit of time to Bubbly there. And he's just under 3/10 down on his best. I'm pretty sure we're going to see him dive into the pits unless he's got more fuel. But a new set of rubber would be better than fuel. Here comes Bubbly. Did improve. 12.9. Stays P6 though. IRS LP44 into the pits as well. Both Ferraris now changing their tyres. And everyone else is on an outlap. So you'll wait. Who's going to be first? So Alpine or Flippy. Alright, here we go then. What can Flippy do? Looked pretty quick in the sprint quali and sprint race, and he put himself on pole position for the main race to take his first ever pole position in IRS. First sector very well. Stays in gear 6 into the DRS, down into the sector 2 checkpoint, and it's a 50.9, 2.4 seconds up. Into the penultimate corner, then round the fast right hander into the straight, crosses the line, and it is a 12.3 and goes P3. So very close between the top 5. Parseval looks to be improving. Comes out the final corner. What time can he set? Oh, he's lost a bit of time. TMB super skills into the pits. Got Matteo's Monster up to P13. His teammate Euros Cuturillo. P16, and then backs off his lap. Still waiting for Sepoy and Randinho to set a time. We'll go on board with Skinner and see if Skinner can take away that pole position. No, he's not, because he's backed off his lap. Finikits jumped up to P6 with a 12.7. Kebs and Cake. Elmo again, 11.9. Could be his 9th pole position. Kebs and Cake's lost a bit of time. Elmo's actually looking to take the record here. of most pole positions in Tier 2 history. Currently set at 8 by Klovex Milan. Elmo obviously matching that with 8 as well. So one more and Elmo will take the record. Skinner just got a bit of a slipstream there from the RB. He starts another flying lap. Flippy 3/10 down on his best. Skinner just over a tenth up into sector 1. Just over 5 minutes to go of this qualifying session. He's flying at the moment. He's doing just about enough to take away pole position from Elmo. He needs to have a clean last couple of corners, not lose any time. Into the final corner we go. Can Skinner take away pole position from Elmo? No, he can't. He's lost out a bit of time in them last couple of corners. And he's 5 thousandths of a second away from pole position as Sepoy jumps up to P6 in the Williams with a 12.4. And I'm not sure what's just happened to Sepoy there. But he's just absolutely binned it down the straight. I really no idea what I've just seen there. How's Nick getting on? 3/10 down. IRS LB44 also 3/10 down. Remy's P16 with a 14.4. Randino in the Haas comes out onto track. DMB Super Skills, how's he getting on? Currently on a slow lap. Looks like he's preparing for one. Just gets out of the way of Randino, who's also starting a lap any minute now. Elmo's back out on track. Trying to keep that pole position. Who's he trying to get past? Is that Nick Broom? Yes, it is. Alright, let's go on board with Kems and Cake. He's the only one doing a flyer at the moment. He's up on his time into sector 1. He's had less practice than the rest of the field as well. No sprint race or sprint quali for him, so he gets inside the top 5 here today in quali. Even though he'll be one to watch out for the race. Is he up on his time? Just about. Needs a good last sector here. He has not got long left in his qualifying session to do something about that 8th position. Crosses the line and does a 12.7 and stays in P8. The MB Super Skills up to P11 with a 13.2. Finn Kits and Grego Gamer just about to start a flying lap. Where's Elmo? He was on a flyer. He is coming into sector 2 and he's a 10th up on his time. Needs them Ferraris to get out of the way pretty quick, but I don't think they're going to be an issue. Whoever it, yeah, they're out of the way. It's IRS LB44. He's getting a bit of a slipstream from his teammate ahead of him. Here comes Elmo across the line, does that 11.7. And that's a great lap from Elmo though. 11.747, and could be on the way to his 9th pole position in IRS. IRS LB44 up on his time into sector 1. Kentrum with a 13.9. Everyone's starting their last laps now. Remy's into the pits, that's his qualifying over with. Randino as well. There's going to be no time set for him. Skinner's on a flying lap, but he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him, and that is Kentrum, who's also on a flying lap. So this could mess up Skinner's qualifying here. Kentrum's not obliged to get out of the way here. He's also on a lap. Tenth down for Skinner, and Kentrum, who's on a lap, does not have to get out of the way, so Skinner does not look like he's going to be improving. Right behind Kentrum, who crosses the line, jumps up to P13. Skinner doesn't improve, P2 at best for him. Who have we got next across the line? It should be Brannan. In the Mercedes, P10 at the moment, jumps up to P8. Got the Ferrari of Nick Broom into the pits. Then it will be the McLaren of Gregor, currently P3. No improvements for him. Next up is Flippy in P4. What can he do? Looks to be a good lap here. Puts himself up to P3. I think it's into the box. DMB super skills, crosses the line. Doesn't improve. The Aston Martin of Kensington Cake does not improve. Bubbly is P10. IRS LB44 is into the pits, and that is the end of qualifying. And that is Elmo of the Void taking the tier 2 record for the most pole positions in IRS with 9 pole positions. Congratulations to him. He's definitely been quality in qualifying since he's joined the server. Nice Elmo from Michelle Mocky Mocha. With the support as always. Good to see. There's your confirmation. Just under 2.5 tenths. Elmo has taken pole position there. Great lap. Just get the classification of the qualifying. It should be an interesting race now. Hopefully it's not as chaotic as the sprint race, and they chill out a bit more into turn 1 and the whole of lap 1. There's no point fighting for early positions to lose DRS from the cars ahead. It's better to just stay where you are, stick in the DRS. There's a long race to go. There's 33 laps. Make it about a strategy. If you want to pass someone, just take it easy. Use the DRS wisely. Use a pit stop advantage by undercutting someone. It's going to be interesting to see what tyres people start on here. I'm thinking most of them will start on mediums and then go to the hards. Mediums are a good tyre on this track, especially to start the race with. Let's have a look. Huh. There we go. Everyone has started on the mediums except the man in last position, Randino. An early safety car here could change everything though. If there's a safety car within the first 10 laps, well to be fair everyone's on medium so it's not going to change a lot. It could just ruin Randino's race. There's an early safety car. Because everyone will switch over to the hard tyres and try to go to the end of the race. But for Randino, he will want a safety car as late as possible if there is one. And try to make his way through the field on the hards. Massive lag from Skinner. From Parseval there. Go on board with him. Where is Skinner? He's down in right at the back. What's happened there? Who's leading the Drivers' Championship? Is it Finn? Yeah, it is Finn. Followed by Gregor, who are 5th and 6th at the moment. Parseval and Elmo here can possibly get themselves into the top 2 with a good race. As we're just waiting for Skinner to rejoin the pack. There he is. Here we go then. The main race is about to get underway. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Catalonia, and away we go. Elmo has got a great start there. Parseval's up into P2. Gregor's also having a look, trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Not quite close enough. I'm not sure what's happened to Skinner, but his car is ghosted at the moment. And he's all the way down at the back. He might need a invite because that's not exactly good. I can find him quickly enough to get back to the racing. There we go, send the invite to him. We'll get back to the racing. So Elmo keeps the lead of this race. Everyone moves up a position. Flippy has got past Gregor into P3. Having a look at Parseval now. Let's see if everyone fights hard like they did in the sprint race. Elmo with the void with the new fastest lap. Here comes Flippy having a look at Parseval down into turn 1. Gonna try out brake him. Parseval's good on the brakes though, and good defending from the Mercedes driver there. Holds on to P2. This is what people do not want to do now, is lose DRS. Just keep it calm and try to hang on in the DRS of the people ahead. I'm not sure what's happened to Euros, Guterillo, Remy and Randino, but they're dropping off the pace at the moment, having a little battle at the back. Elmo is trying to break away from Parseval. Flippy under pressure from Gregor. Kensington Cake. P6 for him. Right behind the two McLareners. Finn Kitts with a bit of a moment now. Got to try to stick in the DRS with his teammate. Top 12, all in DRS at the moment. This is what we like. A much calmer race start where everyone's in the DRS thinking about strategy. IRS RB44 has just cost himself DRS though to the cars ahead, and he's going to be under pressure from Kenterim now. Got to try and get himself back into that DRS. We'll jump back up to Parseval. He's right behind Elmo. Who's had the best race start? Looks to be Kensington Cake in P6. Skinner's obviously down 13 because he wasn't in the game. Remy's just got past Euro's Cuturilla. Oh, who had a bit of a moment there. Looked like Bubbly was lighting his rear tyres up. I'll send Skinner another invite. Quickly. As there's side-by-side action going on between Finn Kits and Brannan, who's trying to go around the outside. Gets forced off the track a little bit there. Kems and Cakes lost the DRS. And this is where it all starts to go downhill in the DRS train. Top 4 might be able to break away now, as Parseval gets past Elmo into turn 1. Brannan having a look at Finn. He's been struggling a little bit here today in Spain, has Finn. Hasn't had the pace that he had in Silverstone. It might yet come. He's got a long race to go, so he might improve as the race goes on, but as of right now, he's fallen down the order. Sepoy having a look at Brannan. Sepoy's got some real Wi-Fi issues, I think. Or it might just be where he's from. And Brannan spun round. And I think there's Wi-Fi issues there from Sepoy. Oh, what's happened there? I don't know what Brannan was taking the most weirdest line into the last corner there. And then there was contact between Kenterim. I didn't see if Kenterim could do anything about it, but that was a very weird line. Skinner's yet to rejoin, I think. Let me just double check. I think he's back in now, actually. No, it's not. Grego's losing touch with the top 3. He's about to be out the DRS. Needs to just hang on in there. Not touch that curb. Which he has done. Has it cost him DRS? Yes, it has. So Gregor will lose touch now with the top 3. Elmo gets back past Parseval. Flippy just watching on at the moment. Sepoy trying to go around the outside into turn 1. Off in the kits. Nick Broom still in the DRS of Bubbly, Sepoy and Finn here in P9, along with DMB Super Skills in the top 10, having a good race. So far so good for them. I'm not sure if Skinner's in or not. I'm going to send him another one. Yeah, he's in. There's no way that's an AI going for a move there like that. Elmo loses the lead to Passable and Flippy this time. Grego's now 2.1 off the top 3. That's what happens when you lose DRS around here. You get dropped off so quickly. There's nothing you can do about it. Chems and Cake holding on to P5 well at the moment. Skinner's having a look at IRS LB44 for P11. Should be able to make a move down into this breakers line here as IRS LB44 runs off the track. Skinner takes advantage, goes up around the outside, I should say. IRS LB44 trying to hang on in there, has to concede the position. Back to the top. And there goes Flippy into the lead for the first time in this race. IRS LB44 is back past Skinner, who nearly runs off the track there. Skinner's looking to come straight back at IRS LB44. Elmo's got a 3-second tap on it already. That's massive. That's very early on. Skinner's trying to go around the outside of IRS LB44. He defends well. Some good driving here from IRS LB44 to hold up Skinner. He is getting very impatient now, I can imagine. He's going to try to go for it again, is he? Or is he going to hang on for the DRS? Straight on the main straight. Kentrum right behind as well. Also having a little look. Grego's into the pits already. That's very early. Lap 9, he's into the pits. What tyres is he going for? Onto the hards. That's very early, to be fair. There goes Skinner. Past IRS LB44. Does Kentrum get past as well? Into turn 1. He's having a look. Not quite close enough, but IRS LB44 runs wide. Mathieu's Monster in the Red Bull. Currently P13. Trying to make a move. Oh, Radino nearly runs into the back of him. Braked just in time. P14 for him at the moment. The field is very spread out already. DMB Super Skills and Nick Broom going at it. That's a great move from DMB Super Skills. But Nick's trying to hang on around the outside. Still side by side. And DMB Super Skills concedes the position and dives into the pits to get rid of those medium tyres. Finn Kits is also in. That's very early. Trying to get an undercut on fresh tyres possibly. Top 3 though are on a different planet at the moment. Williams followed by Mercedes, followed by an Alpine. 4.5 seconds clear. We've got a yellow flag, and is that Euro's Cuturino? Yes, it is. Unfortunately. Also not having a very good start for this season is the Red Bull driver. Still gets on with it though, which I like to see. That's good. Doesn't give up. Parseval going for a move into turn one. There's a bit of contact between Elmo and Parseval there. Just a slight little love tap. Nothing too big. It's now 5 seconds to cap out front. IRS LB44 using a McLaren sandwich. Goes for a move on Grego. But Finn Kits with a double overtake down the straight. Gets the job done. And IRS LB44 loses a position again to Grego. Oh my god. Euro's Cuturillo nearly takes out DMB super skills there. Keep an eye on Parseval, Flippy and Elmo to see when they box. People like Finn, Grego, DMB super skills with early pit stops. I'm surprised DMB went onto the mediums tonight actually. He did start the race on medium, so is he going for a 2-stop race possibly? He's going to have to now, but is he hoping for a safety car? Brannan can get the 3-second time penalty as he gets past Euro's Cuturillo for P17. Matthew's Monster into the top 10 past Kentrum. Grego getting past his teammate. Euro's Cuturillo into the pits. As we're on board with Parseval. Currently sitting in P2, got a yellow flag, that's IRS LB44, who's had a spin in sector 2. He's back up and running, but down in P16 now, unfortunately. Parseval's into the pits. A lap earlier than Flippy and Elmo. Skinner's on the grass a little bit there. We've got another yellow flag. Is that... who's that this time? I think that's Kentrum who's had a moment in the RB. But Parseval rejoins just ahead of Matthew's Monster in P9. Skinner's now up to P6. He's yet to box though. Elmo's gapped Flippy as well. He's dropped Flippy out of DRS. He lights up the rear tyres out that corner and loses another 2 temps to Elmo. Yet to box these guys. Elmo stays out one more. Flippy dives into the pits. Ooh, clips the wall on the entrance there. Sepoy in the Williams flies into the pit lane as well alongside Bubbly. There's another yellow flag in the background somewhere. That's IRS LB44 with another moment. Flippy with a brand new set of hards. Where will he rejoin? Parseval's already gone past. Now. So to be fair, him staying out a lap later, it's not... Parseval's not made any time on Skinner. On Flippy, sorry. I was looking at the track then. In 2 worlds. So possibly with Elmo staying out a bit longer, he might keep the lead of this race. IRS LB44 has retired in the pit lane, unfortunately. Not what you want to see, but that's his day done. Race over for the Ferrari, while his teammates going pretty strong. Currently in P4, is yet to box, but is having a solid race inside the points. Kems and Cake, first of the Aston Martins, into the pits, onto a brand new set of hards. As we see Flippy getting past Randino along with Parseval. Randino obviously going long on those hards, the only driver to start the race on hard tyres. Remy gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane. Nick rejoins in P13 just ahead of Brannan on cold hard tyres. So Brannan might be able to take advantage of that and get past the Ferrari. Elmo of the Void finally into the pits. Let's see where will he rejoin. Will it still be in P1? We'll ignore Skinner for now because he's got a box. So this will be a net P1 for Elmo. Flippy and Parseval coming down the main straight now. Elmo rejoins. Well ahead, to be fair. Looks like he's got a little gap on Parseval and Flippy. He's got those cold tyres. Might lose him a tenth or two as he runs wide a little bit into that right-hander. Parseval and Flippy already on hard tyres that are warmed up, trying to get in that 1 second gap to Elmo. Skinner gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As we're looking on board with Kems and Cake, trying to go on the outside of Sepoy. Doesn't quite work out, but yeah, Elmo did lose that gap, and Parseval is inside the DRS of the Williams driver, and he's brought Flippy with him. There's a yellow flag. What's happened? Mateus Monster is out the race, and that's a safety car. And that has just saved Skinner massively. Randino as well, to be fair. In P5 on the hards. That's possibly what he was waiting for. And he's going to be jumping onto the mediums. That's who we got into the pits. Nick Broom already. Brannan into the pits. Kentron keeps going. Remy's into the pits. It's a bit of a risk here. If I was Euros Cuturillo, I would not box. Should have kept going. Because if you get lapped now, then that is game over. Because you don't know how many of the top 10 are going to box. They are on Delta, but like Remy's still in the pits. 7 is 10 seconds. The Skinner's into the pits. They're going to get lapped. No. They might be alright actually. Go on, get out of the pits. Quickly. Euros, Cuturillo and Remy just about get saved from being lapped there. As the top 3 come over the hill there. Brandino, let's see where he rejoins. Oh, he's gone onto the hard tyres again. No, he hasn't boxed. Getting ahead of myself there. I thought he was still in P5 and had put his tyres on already. Onto the mediums goes Randino and rejoins in P7. Fair play. From 18th on the grid to P7 on a fresh set of mediums. Grego onto a fresh set of mediums as well. Temps and Cake onto the mediums, Bubbly. DMB super skills to jump back onto a brand new set of hards. Nick Broom's gone to the softs. No, why have you done that, Nick? Don't throw away your race now. You need to get back onto them mediums or hards. The softs won't last that long. Who's else in the pit? Kentrim's into the pits. What's Nick done? Why is he on the softs? He's going to be good for about 6 laps. And after that, he's just going to lose pace compared to everyone else. Top 5 did not box. The rest of the field did. But yeah, I'm so surprised by Nick's on the softs there. There's no way he's getting them tires to the end. Massive field spread as well. Euros, Pictorilla and Remy only coming through sector 2 at the moment. Elmer already in sector 1 with a safety car. Let's have a look at the penalties. 3 seconds for Elmer. Could cost him the race win. He needs to try to break away as quick as he can from Parseval and get a good restart here. Kentrim was 6 seconds. Nick still stayed out on the softs. That was his last chance to dive into the pits and get a brand new set of mediums. Look at that, 11 positions gained from Randina in the Haas. Oh. One more lap of the safety car then, and it should be in. Last chance, Nick. Nope. Wants to stay on the softs. And there we go. Everyone has now caught up. So we'll wait for this slow lap for the safety car. Do you know what? I'm going to take time for a toilet quickly. Right, here we go then. Elmo's going to lead the way. Ahead of Parseval on this restart. Not sure what happened to Remy in the background, but he's going to lose a load of time here. And Elmo has got the race restarted, and Parseval having a massive look on the outside down into turn 1. Not quite close enough to get all the way around the outside there for the move into turn 1 and take the lead of the race, but he's right behind Elmo of the Void. Flippy nearly running into the back of Parseval there. On these cold, hard tyres. Randino up to P6 now. Loses out to Gregor by the looks of it. On the inside of him, into the chicane. He's got Kempton Cake also behind him. He's in a half sandwich. Nick Broom with a 3-second time penalty. And that's his first one, so that could cost him points. All this contact, Kempton Cake and Gregor Gamer coming together there. He's brave to go up the inside around that corner. Randino's now down to P10. What's happened to Randino? Skinner's had a moment somewhere as well. Skinner's retired in the pits. Not sure what's happened to him. Maybe it's on internet connections costing him the chance to race. Elmo still leading the way ahead of Parseval. Gregor having a look up the inside of Sepoy. Trying to get himself into that top 5. Still up the inside. Slight bit of contact. Kempton Cake's now up the inside of Gregor. And here comes Bubbly having a look as well. More contact, bit of wall banging. Got yellow flag in turn 1, that's just Skinner's car retiring itself. But a couple of bad corners for Gregor there, losing a position to Kempton Cake. Euro's Cuturillo is now out of the race, and that is another safety car. As Kempton Cake picks up a 3-second time penalty and then gets a 10-second penalty. Good measure. And then Remy is deciding what to do in the pits, I think. Not sure what's going on with Remy actually. But what's going to happen now then? How many people are going to dive into the pits, I wonder? Top 5, what do they do? Is it worth diving into the pits for a brand new set of mediums or softs? I would personally say no, because it's pretty hard to get back up the top in tier 2. It's a bit chaotic through the midfield. Could cost you a lot of time. I don't think Elmo should pit. He's got that 3 seconds, so he does not want to be anywhere near the midfield, costing himself time. We'll see though, see what they do. They might dive in for a brand new set of mediums. Nope. Top 4, stay out. Sepoy has changed his mind. And he wants to get a different set of tyres on that car. Brandon's back up to P8 now, fair play. Sepoy, Nick Broom, Randino, oh, he's into the pits as well. What's he jumping onto? Is it the softs? Yes it is. Nick Broom's now gone onto the hards. That's what he should have done earlier. Then he could have boxed onto a brand new set of softs now. I think that's a bit of a backwards pit stop for Nick. Kemsing Cake for about 13 seconds. Not looking to dive into the pits and get rid of that, is he? Safety car in this lap. That was a bit quick. I thought it was going to go around for one more lap. So we'll stay on board with Parseval and see when Elmo restarts this race. Really leave it a bit later this time. And wait for the safety car to dive into the pits. Yeah, he's leaving it a bit later this time. Might actually wait to get it around the final quarter to go. He's got up until the line, he's gone. Has he caught Parseval sleeping? Not too much, Parseval's still right behind him. That was a good restart from Elmo though. There's 3 wide down into turn 1 there. Brannan, Bubbly and DMB Super Skills all going side by side. Bit of contact between the 2 McLarens, and Kemsing Cake was trying to squeeze himself straight through the middle of both of them. Gets past one of them. What happened to Brannan? Kentrim's off the track. Rejoins behind Brannan. Remy's in P12 having a little look. Oh, Kentrim spun around. Kentrim, who's had a great start to the season, is not having a good race here today. It's not his best race. Remy slides around the right hander there under pressure from Randino on the softs. Kemsing Cake and the 2 McLarens still going at it. Gregor's on the outside of Kemsing Cake. There's contact between the Aston Martin and the McLaren. DRS is now enabled. DMV Super Skills having a little look at Kemsing Cake as well here. Unfortunately loses the position to Bubbly. Oh, Sepoy's Wi-Fi has just ruined DMV Super Skills race. Brannan has retired in the pit lane. Oh, but DMV Super Skills was having a great race up until then. For unfortunately, Sepoy has caused contact with DMV Super Skills there. He's now having a battle with Bubbly. Hopefully Super Skills can get back into the top 10 and get some good points. Elmo's broke the 1 second to Parseval here. Can he maintain that 1 second advantage? Yes, he can. And now, can he break away 3 seconds from Parseval to keep the lead in this race up until the checkered flag? Sets the new fastest lap of a 1:14.814. Got Remy into the pits as well. That might be another retirement. Yes, it is. DMV Super Skills is now back up in the top 10. Kemsing Cake has crashed as well. There's another safety car. And that's going to help DMV Super Skills out massively. Who might now decide to box onto a brand new set of softs. Because he's in P10. He's not going to lose a position to Kentrim. So. Oh, Elmo's got a drive-through for speeding under the virtual safety car. What's happened to Parseval though? He was off the track, along with Flippy and Gregor as well. But Elmo of the Void, after leading the majority of this race with Parseval and Flippy, has now got a drive-through penalty. And he's done that a couple of times. Probably not looking at the delta. And cost himself. Don't box now, Elmo. Alright, he's going to box for a new set of tyres, I guess. Parseval stays out along with Flippy. Elmo gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane as well. And the worst thing he can do now is retire. Even though he's got a drive-through, he still might get points somehow. But, oh, commiserations for Elmo. The void as Chems and Cake has left the server. Maybe he's had enough of Wi-Fi connections, possibly. Alright, it's going to be a chaotic end to this race now. Nick can stay out. To be fair, I thought he might have boxed for another set of softs there. He got a 3-second. And Randino's on a set of softs. I don't know. Can't tell you at the moment. It's all chaotic. The standard from those McLaren boys was horrible. To be fair, I think it was a bit of both. There was a lot of bumping and grinding from both McLarens and Aston Martin. Finn moved on the braking to keep me behind, and I lost my wing. Well, we're never going to see that no more because he left the server, so I can't tell who's at fault for that. Not that it matters now anyway. He just dived into the pits. DMB super skills and Elmo. Elmo is trying to service drive-through, which is not going to work. Maybe he's just trying to get rid of that 10 seconds. Kentrum's going to want to hurry up here. Who caused the safety car? Me? No, I think it was both. Nah, because you retired in the pits for me, didn't you? Yeah, you retired in the pits. It was Chems and Cake in the Aston Martin. So safety car will be in at the end of this race lap. Fucking hell, I'm not using it today. Could see some good point scorers here. Nick and DMB super skills might get some good points. Parcelo looking in the favourite to win this race, but there's a couple cars behind him, like Grego, Sepoy, even Finn down at 8th on the softs. That could be very quick on this restart. Let's see what Parcelo does then. We'll stick with Flippy, who's having a great race in P2 in the Alpine. Debut race for him. He's been in the top 3 majority of the race. Looking to take a maiden win in IRS on his debut. Parcelo leading the way then. Trying to get the jump on Flippy. Weaving left and right. Trying to keep temperature in those hard tyres, and he's gone, and Flippy's just spun. And that's just thrown away everything that he's done in this race. Finn Kits gets a 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags. DMB super skills is up to P6 on the soft set of, and he's going to be right behind Randino chasing Bubbly. So what can DMB do here? Can he potentially get a podium? He's got enough speed. Got 3 laps to absolutely give it everything. Flippy's retired from the session, and that's another safety car, and it's getting a bit too much now. Not sure if that was intentional from Flippy causing a safety car there, but maybe he just got annoyed with his mistake, spinning on the last corner on the restart. But Parcelo now, he's going to be on 17 lap old hards, having to defend from everyone behind him on brand new sets of softs and mediums. So if he wins this race, fair play to him. But Grego's going to be straight at him, along with Sepoy. Did Elmo service drive-through? No, he didn't. Didn't get a chance to. That's so unlucky for Elmo. How safety cars in this race? I think that's the third one, which is not what we normally see in IRS. We never normally see this many safety cars in one race. Okay, unfortunate for Elmo though. Can't service drive-through. Safety car will be back into the pits. I should have stayed. Yeah, you should have. Nick Broom, 13-second penalties for what? In your Discord. Make sure you get your race directory and your POV so you can send it into the stewards. Probably not listen to the stream, but hopefully use. Yeah, safety car in this lap. Penalties. It's a bit mixed, as you can see. 10 seconds there for Finn, 30 seconds for Nick, a drive through for Elmo. Can't tell you who's going to be on this podium though. It's changed all race long. As we're waiting for Pascal to restart this race. He's going to leave it as late as possible here. He gets going and he's caught everyone off guard. Gives himself a massive gap to Grego. 3 wide possibly here. Down into turn 1. DMB, Bubbly, Randy, no. Finikit's also there. DMB super skills. Could be up to a net P4 after this race. But Parceval leads the way for now. Ahead of Grego. Followed by Stepoy, who's on a 8-lap-old soft tyres. DMB super skills making a move up into P5. I was pissed off after that recovery and having the freshest tyres. I went straight to the tyre. Fair play. Could have been in the race right now though. Could have been in the top 3, fighting for a win. We had 2 safety cars after that. DMB super skills now having a look at Bubbly. Up he goes into P4. What's happened to Sepoy? He is currently ghosted for some reason. And into the pits goes Sepoy's AI, which gives DMB super skills a potential podium here. Just needs to keep ahead of everyone. To be fair, he ain't got a penalty, so even if someone gets past him, he's going to be on the podium. But let's go back to the top 2. Grego trying to get past Parseval. I'll be using that ERS if I was him. It's the last lap. He ain't got much time to use it. Got one more straight to use that ERS. Because that run to the line is not long enough for Grego. So he's got to use that ERS somewhere. And try to take that win away from Parseval. He's been good all race long. Struggling with the hard tyres. What can Grego do on the mediums? He's got DRS and ERS. Goes to the outside. Parseval moves over ever so slightly. Grego's going to try to go for the switchback here. Up the inside of Parseval. Then around the outside. He's hit the grass though. That's Grego round. And that's Grego's podium gone. Parseval is going to come around the penultimate corner in the lead. Into the main straight. And take victory here in Spain after a chaotic race. The reigning champion takes P1. DMB super skills. A massive shout out to him. P2 in the Alpine. And his first podium in a very, very long time. Congratulations to him. Bubbly gets P3 in the Haas. Randino P4 from 18th on the grid. Grego P5 ahead of his teammate Finn Kitts in P6. P7 for Kentrum. P8 for Nick Broom. I think that was P9 for Sepoya and then P10 for Elmo of the Void. But what happened to Grego? When he was going around the outside of you, he went onto the grass and spun. He done the switchback and then just clipped the grass on the way onto the next corner. And that was him done. But there's your confirmation. DMB Super Skills 18. I'm P2 in the whole standings. Up to sprint and the main race. Fair play. Driver of the day is tough today, I'll tell you that. There's 3 or 4 drivers again. Let me just get their classification quickly before that disappears. Sweet. But yeah, like I was saying, I think 3 or 4 drivers for driver of the day. Parseval is definitely one of them. DMB Super Skills from 11th from the grid to P2. Randino 18th to P4. Bubbly, the top 4 is what I'm going to say. Even Kentrum actually, 13th to 7th. But yeah, all 4 of them drivers in the top 4 deserve driver of the day. There can only be one, and I think I'm going to give it to DMB because he was inside the top 10 majority of that race. He's come from 11th to P2 for his first podium in a very long time, and I think he deserves it. So congratulations to DMB Super Skills for getting driver of the day. I'll say Randino is a very close second. What's just happened here? What's going on here? The game's taking me back into... What? How is it taking us back into another short qualifying? Oh, I'll try to leave that, but that was the most chaotic race in a very long time for Tier 2. A lot of safety cars, a lot of action, a lot of incidents. I hope you've been enjoyed that one. Congratulations to Parseval for taking victory. A very well-deserved race win. Kept it cool, calm, collected. Elmo and Flippy with too many mistakes. Parseval with no mistakes whatsoever. Nah, just you. We in the lobby. I'm literally, you can see on the screen, I'm literally in a short quali for sprint for some reason. Oh, let me end the stream actually. Well, I'm going to end the stream before it decides to bug out on Twitch. Hope you've all enjoyed that one. We'll be back next week for round 4 in Bahrain, and then we'll be off for a Christmas break. Make sure you come tune in for round 4 on Tuesday with Gary or Ryan as commentator. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.